What's up, y'all? This your main man Chingy, and right now I'm chilling with my folks right here. Press Pause Productions. You know how it's going down. Love and light. Yeah.
Hey, this is Archie for Pop Smash Radio and Press Pause Productions, and we have the moth, the man of the hour right here, Mrs. Chingy. What's up, man?
What's up with you, man?
It's a pleasure.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you being here, taking your time out.
Man, this was incredible. Like we said earlier, this is our third time seeing you recently. We saw you in the last Millennium Tour. We just seen you at the casino killing it, and now you just destroyed the stage in Philadelphia once again for the 2022 Millennium Tour. How's it feel to be here in Philly once again?
How it feel to be here in Philly once again? You got to keep in mind, my first experience in Philly was when I performed at the Galleria Mall and shut it down. It was an experience that I've never experienced before by shutting the mall down and then making the news. They said it was like this big craze over a rap star Chingy. So, you know, and I love Philly. You got Chris and Neef, man, you know, Young Guns. You got State Property, Meek Mill, Jill Scott, Will Smith. Gilly, Major Figures, you know, I mess with Gilly. I've been messing with Gilly since Major Figures back in the days, man. You know what I'm saying? So I always have a love for Philly. Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi's from here.
Man, it's a lot of artists from here that I respect and that love.
We got some new ones too called the Philly Goats. I don't know if you heard of them.
Philly
but the
Goats?
Philly Goats is like they're the biggest song right now. Goats.
Philly Goats. Shout out to the Philly Goats. Shout out to the Philly Goats. I'm always supporting up and coming artists, man. I know that feeling. I know what it feel like to want to get in this business and do your thing and sell records and just have a successful career. So, man, shout out to the Philly Goats and keep doing y'all thing.
You know, speaking of that, how long have you been in the business? Because, you know, I just remember you from like 2001, 2002. But how long has it been?
How long I've been in the business, like, as a whole? I started in '86 and took it serious as a kid. I started getting in the studio, recording my own music in like '89. And I started performing like at 11. I started going around performing in and out of town. I put out a local CD around 95 through like 99, was doing local stuff, man. I had a group called Without Warning. We was doing our thing. Then I was in a group called Three Strikes. And we was doing our thing, and eventually 2002 is when I got signed to Capitol Records, Disturbing the Peace. And that following year, 2003, I had the #1 record in the country, right there. So when I came out, a lot of people thought like, who is this dude? Where he come from? He's just an overnight success, but nothing like that.
Right.
Nothing like that. No overnight success.
You know, we see somebody fresh and new come on. Oh, he just dropped the song all of a sudden. We automatically think that it just happened. It just happened for you. You've been working for years.
I've been working for decades on decades. I've been doing, like, to be honest, man, I've been doing this like 25, 30 years, dog. Like, for real. Like, I've been doing this for about 30 years.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you get this all the time, but you look like you're 21, 22 years old, brother. What's the secret?
I'm aging, but I'm aging gracefully.
That's right.
Because I take care of myself. Exercise, meditation, I do a little yoga, and eating right.
Yeah, that's the main thing, you know.
What I mean? So I try to stay eating right and just live a healthy life. Health, for me, health is wealth.
Absolutely. And, you know, I'm getting all of that, you know, that information from you on your social media. You know, it seems like you're going to something so deeper now, you know, and a different side of you that we've never seen before. Can you talk a little bit about, I feel like the new Chingy, you always giving some insights.
So speaking of that, we're going deeper on like on my social sites and what I be talking about. I do the Motivation Monday, the Wisdom Wednesday, Find Out Friday. And I always based my social platforms off inspiring. I'm not the individual that's finna be taping somebody when they ain't looking, somebody do something dumb or something and then post it. That's not what I'm about. Right. I like to inspire people and be an inspiration. And so when you see that stuff, that's what it is, right? Yes, right. It's always inspiring. And so that's just me. I've always been like that since a kid. One of them kids who wanted to know the origins and oracles of creation. What is this all about? Why am I here? How do I fit in it? And, you know, and just studying a lot of that. And so I became to some inner wisdom and some self-knowing that allows me to see what that picture is on a whole.
Right. I guess being in the industry for so long and going through a lot, ups and downs, I guess you probably do have a lot of inspiration, a lot of motivation to give to everyone else. So I'm so glad you're using that now on your platform, you know, to reach out to everyone who followed you before and your new followers now. Yeah. I want to go back to what you were saying before because I did not know you was out that long. Yeah. Not long you know you had the 1995 project, as you saying.
Yeah.
Is there any way that
Now,
would you put any of that stuff out right now? Like just so people,
out.
it's out. So
Like I got an album called when I was with the group Without Warning. It's called Without Warning. You can see that video on YouTube. We like 16.
Okay.
And that you can get. It's called Pick 3, the album. It's on like Apple and stuff. So
Okay.
shout out to Mook Dollars, my homeboy who passed away. He was the CEO of that 49 Productions movement. But yeah, man, I've been doing this. You know, we got social media now. So back then, when I was coming up, you wouldn't know I was really doing it if you wasn't in St. Louis, or if I didn't come to Philly around that time and like do a showcase, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With social media right now, that's how you can see everything. You couldn't see everything back then. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been around. Yeah.
That's incredible. So I know we talked about music in the past, and everyone is so into nostalgia right now. Like everyone, as you've seen, the crowd is full. I mean, the music is amazing. You know, we love your music. All the features that you've had over the years, it's been timeless, superb. It's timeless.
You know, when I came out in 2003, and a lot of the music from then in 2003 and up, you got to realize a lot of us artists that came out then was real big on not sounding like nobody. We was real big on being ourselves, being authentic, and creating great music, but not sounding like nobody. If you listen today and a lot of previous years where, you know, the whole trap, auto-tune, and you get a lot of music, not saying everybody, but you get a lot of music that can tend to sound alike. And a lot of these songs really come and go. Like, they'll come out one year and be gone in a year or two. And then, and that's why it's so fast-paced. You got a lot of artists, they have to drop everything. They drop everything.
Just singles, that's the only, yeah.
The classic music that I came out with is Living Forever, because when I made it, I was not genre specific. I was just trying to make good music for everybody. A lot of people don't know when we dropped right there at Urban, right there crossed over immediately. It crossed over immediately, every one of my singles. And so, man, that just proves that, you know, we always putting a mark on some, oh, this is for this crowd, this is for that crowd. I don't make music like that. I make music for everybody to listen to.
Absolutely. Is anything new that you're creating? I know you performed something at the casino. I remember hearing that. Do you have like a full length, like an LP coming out, or just an EP, or just?
Actually, that's Can't Blame Me. I believe you're talking about. Y'all can stream that Can't Blame Me. You can go on my YouTube, Chingy 369, and check out Can't Blame Me video. I also just dropped a new single on the 11 called That Good.
That Good. Okay.
If you like Pulling Me Back and One Call Away, you'll love That Good. So check that out. Yeah, it got that vibe.
Okay.
It got that same vibe. You'll love it. So check that out. Stream it on all music platforms, and the video will be on my YouTube in a minute. And check out the video as well. And I'm gonna be dropping an album top of the year sometime, first quarter, called Chinglish.
Wow, you know, you always have something with your name in it. I never realized like a lot of your titles, you know, your past projects, and I love that. That's, you know, such a staple for you, you know, to keep on doing that.
And in my name, Chingy, the CHI, Chi is universal energy. So in Chinese, Asian mythology and what they study and go by is called Chi, prana, energy. It's just got energy, it's Chi. So in Chingy, you get that Chi. So it's pretty cool. But Chinglish, so of course we know how I talk.
Yes.
There, here, I got my own little terminology. That's kind of where Chinglish come from. You know, my way, my terms, my way of doing things, my outlook, my language. So you got English, I just turned that to Chinglish, you know what I mean? So just, you know, when you're in school, the school system is giving us a way to think. They giving us how they want us to go out into the world and say words and this and that. Well, how I pronounce my words is how I spell them. That's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? So I create I'm a trendsetter. I'm not one of those dudes who follow trends and fads. You're not gonna see me. Even if you look at everybody on this tour and you see everybody, you know, things trending and everybody might have them on, the Cuban link chain, you're not gonna see me doing all that. You're gonna see me with my chocolate crystal, little charm, you know what I'm saying? And laid back, you know what I mean? And just doing me. I don't like to fit in or blend in, I like to stand out.
Right.
That's what stars, that's what stars do.
That's right.
Popular artists blend in and you know, they just blend in, but artists who like to shine for real, like the stars, they stand out.
You know, I realized about you too, you know, out of all the performances I've seen over the past few years, you perform by yourself. It's never with an entourage behind you. This is you, but you kill it every time, right? You learn from it.
Performing just me now,
Right.
without an entourage, I learned from that, and not taking away from anybody that was a hype man in me or nothing like that. But even if you ever seen me with the hype man, I always was the showstopper.
Yeah.
I always was the one doing this thing. At some point in previous years, I thought I had to have people on stage with me.
Right.
Until I realized, I got this. I know how to control the crowd. I do everything. I put that show you seen. I put that whole thing together.
Right.
The video, everything. I put
everything.
all that together. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, that's just the passion.
Right.
The passion about it, man. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When you've been doing it for that long, you just know how to take it over. Go out and control the crowd, take it over.
But honestly, how does it really, really feel all these years later for you to still get the reception that you get from the crowd and you still get to be on a tour like this? How incredible is that to you?
Humbling. It's a humble experience, but the music speaks for itself. And I'm like a down to earth, humble dude, man. I don't never take nothing for granted. I ain't no disrespectful dude. I handle my business. I'm on time. I do what I gotta do, and people appreciate that and people see that. And I'm a good performer. I'm gonna go out there and perform and do what I gotta do and make sure the crowd leaves saying Chingy did his thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's people that respect that, and that's why they like to involve me in things that's going on, like the Millennium Tour and everything. So
Right.
I appreciate everybody for having me.
You ain't kidding. I hope we keep seeing you again and again and again. Come back to
it, man.
Philly again and again
I
and
love
again.
Philly. I'm here now. I just was here
Right.
not too long ago, but
Right.
I love Philly, man. Philly is the place.
Okay, I have to ask you this. I've never been to St. Louis in my life. If I go there, what's some spots I would just have to go to, like some of the spots that you love?
Seeds Cafe. It's a vegan restaurant.
Okay.
Go check out Seeds Cafe.
Cafe. Okay.
Yeah.
I like vegan food, so
Yeah,
you
check
know.
out Seeds is great. Check out Seeds Cafe and go to Delmar Loop. You want to hang out and do stuff.
Okay. All right.
Delmar Loop and Central West End.
Central West End.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
check those places.
All right. I always wanted to like travel like different spots and different
Yeah,
places.
man.
So
You'll have some
yeah,
fun.
yeah, definitely.
Got to.
You
I mean, it's a people. I tried to tell. I was talking to my little cousin, somebody the other day. I tried to tell him, from my neighborhood where we grew up, they get stuck in this mind frame that they have to just, this woman died on this block, and I had to tell them. I said, man, listen, man, this is a street. Do you know how big this earth is? Do you know what's out there? I've been around the world, and you sitting here telling me you gonna die on this block? This street. I said, dude, come on, you got your priorities all mixed up. You need to create you a new outlook and a new perception, because there's a lot of stuff out there that you can go see. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree with that. One of my friends who has this big podcast, the Scorpion Show, his name is Kevin. Kevin and Mikkel does the Scorpion Show podcast, and they have this big block party every year, and Kevin screams to the top of his lungs every year. He says, y'all, life is more than just one block. I'm here every year letting you guys know that, go to Paris, go to London, experience different people, do different things. Yeah. He screams it to the top of his lungs. So it's so interesting that you said that, because he's one of those people that really, really means that, and he pushes everyone on his block that comes out to his big events all the time.
What I've noticed lately with society is that a lot of people are lazy these days. The phone is this shit right here. They don't want to do nothing.
Right.
They want to sit and do this and be on the block.
Yeah.
Or in different shit. Man, this is a big old playing field. And you need to go play in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You need to go experience other stuff.
That's amazing. One more question for you, because I'm realizing you're so, full of life and full of positive energy, and you're super humble. I wonder if you ever consider writing a book, or doing something
funny?
like that.
It's funny that you say they ever consider writing a book. I'm in the beginning stages of that. And it's
Yeah.
going to be called Chinglish. And it's going to be like the different chapters of what I've been through from the start of my household through my music journey up until now. So, yeah.
I love it.
A friend of mine, Dane Calloway, you familiar with him?
No.
Dane on YouTube. He do a lot of the teaching people how teaching people how we are the real American Indians.
Okay.
On a different level that we occupied this land first. So
right.
shout out to Dane, and that's who's gonna help me with the process of my book. I've never that process is a different process for me, and so we're gonna take some time, but we in the beginning stage.
Right.
Chinglish, the book.
The book and the album becoming
And the album, top of the year, be looking out for that. And get to stream the single, Can't Blame Me. Stream the new single, That Good. And check out the videos. Hit my YouTube up, Chingy369. Hit me up on Instagram at Chingy, Twitter at Chingy, Facebook, Chingy. All that. All that. TikTok at Chingy.
That's right.
Go check my cologne out on Talk Shop Live.
Are you wearing it now?
Yeah.
That's your cologne
Yeah.
now? Bro,
Yeah.
that smells so good. Honestly, that was oh my God, I was going to actually off camera, but that smells really, really good.
We got to talk about it.
Yo.
So, okay, so growing up, my old dude, my father, whatever, you know, kept me in cologne, kept me in jewelry,
Right.
cologne, you know, smelling good. So I always I always liked cologne. So I was like, man, damn, one day I would like to have my own.
Right.
So you know what? I say, you know what, let me put this together, man. It's called Catch for men, and I'm working on one for women called Caught.
Wow.
And you can go on Talk Shop Live and purchase the cologne for men. And I got a little oil.
Oh,
I got oil with the spray.
Bruh.
I got the oil on right now.
You from Philly now. If you selling these oils out, let me tell you, you could go right in the corner and sell these oils out.
See, I'm
$3,
gonna have to get them here. I'm gonna have to get them here.
You put them on people. They'll get. Look, trust me.
You heard what he said. It smelled good, so you heard him.
Yo, it smells great. I'm about to say,
Right
what
on.
is that? But that is awesome. I'm definitely gotta get that now.
Yeah.
That's like
Talk Shop Live is where I'm
Talk Shop
selling
Live.
them at. Yeah.
Bro, that's amazing. Thank you so much for
Right
taking the
on.
time and doing this. Hopefully this isn't the last time we see you.
Nah,
Hopefully we can speak to you again next time you come here, man.
We'll do it again.
Chinglish coming out, as you heard him say. This is Archie, Press Pause Productions, and Pop Smash Radio.